Objective: to establish a baseline air consumption rate to comply with NFPA 1404 and the authority having jurisdiction for our personnel while operating in a controlled emergency operation. This will also give each member the knowledge of how much work they can accomplish while wearing an SCBA. Time begins when the firefighter says they are ready and begins donning their gear. Time stops once the firefighter is completely dressed as though they were about to enter an IDLH environment and SCBA bottle completely on. The target time for this part of the evolution is 90 seconds. Do not start breathing air during this part of the evolution. The firefighter will begin to breathe air. The clock will start at this time, and the firefighter will walk from the start-finish line to the ground level entrance to the training tower. Standpipe hose. 75-foot section of standpipe hose configured into the modified Denver load and will be carried on the bottom. The proctor will place the pack on the participant and remove it at each intended station. Once the standpipe kit has been placed on the firefighter's SCBA bottle, the firefighter will then climb the interior stairwell to the 5th floor. Utilize the handrails to ensure your safety while ascending and descending the stairs. Once the firefighter has reached the 5th floor, the proctor will then remove the standpipe kit from the bottle. Hose pull. One 50-foot section of 2.5-inch hose bound together and raised to the 5th floor landing. The hose will be lifted over the rail and must touch the floor before lifting back over the rail and lowering it back to the ground. Once the 2.5-inch hose has been lowered back to the ground, the firefighter will re-enter the training tower. The proctor will then place the standpipe kit hose back on the SCBA bottle. When the firefighter arrives at the ground floor, the proctor will then remove the standpipe kit from the SCBA bottle. Dummy drag. The dummy weighs roughly 140 pounds and has a steel ring that participants will grab and drag the dummy around the designated barrels along the perimeter of the 1st floor. Hose drag. The hose drag simulates pulling a charged 100-foot section of 1 3/4 hose with a 60-pound pull. The tire must stay in full contact with the ground at all times, and the hose will be marked to show where to pull from. Next, the firefighter will proceed to the metal building for the treadmill walk. The treadmill. Each participant will have the kill switch connected to their gear and will work at 3 miles per hour at a 7% grade until out of air and the mask draws towards the face. A block of foam rubber will be placed behind each treadmill in case of a fall. The firefighter must continue to walk after the vibro alert deactivates and the SCBA cylinder is completely exhausted of air, and the mask draws to your face. Results. Members will receive their personal air consumption rating in PSI per minute. This will allow you to quickly convert the PSI remaining in your SCBA to a working time.
This has been another No 4-Day production.